My grandfather left me a worthless painting in his will. Yesterday, a collector offered me $1.2 million for it, and now my family is suing me. When Joe died last year, his will was straightforward. The house went to my parents, his savings split between his 3 children, and his vintage car collection to my uncle, who had always admired it. To me, his only granddaughter, he left the painting of the lady in the blue dress hanging in my study. My aunts laughed during the reading. He left Emma that old thing. Aunt Patricia snickered. It's been collecting dust for decades. The painting was an impressive pair and a somber-looking woman in a faded blue dress, the canvas cracked with age. But Yace and I had a special bond. He'd taught me to paint when I was young, spending hours with me mixing colors while sharing stories about his youth in Europe before immigrating to America. Take good care of her was all he said about the painting when I helped him reorganize his study last Christmas. I assumed it was sentimental pertin, maybe a distant relative. I hung it in my small apartment, mostly out of respect for Hayos. 6 months passed. Then last week I posted a photo of my newly arranged living room on Instagram. The painting was barely visible in the background. 2 days later I received an email from a man named Victor Klein, claiming to be an art collector. He asked for better photos of the Vermeer in your living room. I almost deleted it as spam, but curiosity made me Google him. He was legitimate Perter, a renowned collector specializing in Dutch masters. When I sent clearer photos, his response was immediate. He wanted to see it in person and flew in from New York the next day. After examining it for nearly an hour with special lights and magnifying tools, he looked up with shaking hands. This is woman in Ager, believed lost during World War II. It's a genuine Johannes Vermeer Pert, one of fewer than 30 known paintings by him in existence. I am prepared to offer you $1.2 million immediately. I nearly collapsed. Joe had been an art restoration specialist before retirement, turton something he rarely discussed. How had he acquired a lost masterpiece before I could process this information? My phone exploded with texts. My cousin had overheard Victor at his hotel bar boasting about finding a lost Vermeer. Word spread through the family like wildfire. By morning, my parents were demanding I do the right thing and sell the painting to split with the family. My aunts called hourly, alternating between guilt trips and threats. Your grandfather was losing his mind when he wrote that will, Aunt Patricia claimed. He never meant for you alone to have something so valuable. Yesterday, I received notice of a lawsuit. My aunts and uncles are contesting Hayes's will, claiming he wasn't of sound mind and didn't understand the painting's value. But last night, while carefully examining the painting's frame, I found an envelope taped to the back. Implied was a yellow document of provenance and a letter from Jesus Perrine. Emma, if you are reading this, someone has recognized the lady in blue. This painting was given to me by a Jewish family I helped escape from Amsterdam in 1940. They couldn't take it with them, but maybe promised to keep it safe until the world was kinder. I've honored that promise for over 80 years. I leave it to you because you alone among my family understand that art isn't about monetary value. Paired, it's about preserving beauty and truth through our darkest times. Do with her what you think is right. I've hired an attorney to fight the lawsuit, and I've contacted the Holocaust Art Restitution Project to help search for descendants of the original owners. If none can be found, I won't be selling to Victor or any private collector. The lady in the blue dress belongs in a museum where her beauty and the story of her journey can be preserved for everyone. Penta just as Hessos would have wanted. Sometimes an inheritance isn't about what you get, but about what you are entrusted to protect.